Jordan, obviously you guys have been a little bit banged up on the defensive side of things. I guess what's it been like kind of, one, trying to get guys healthy back, and then just sort of taking in, maybe with guys out, taking on bigger roles and seeing guys take on some of those roles, and I guess how have you kind of seen some of those guys take to those?
Yeah, our coaches talk about it all the time. Practice hard, even if you are a backup, because you never know what'll happen. So I feel like the guys that were backups that are coming up are coming along pretty well, and I think they'll be ready on Saturday.
Zach was in here saying he's kind of never seen anything like Tennessee's tempo on offense. How do you go about preparing for that as a defense, and what's the challenge as a defensive lineman when they're snapping the ball that quickly?
Practice tempo, like when we go to practice, have the offense run pretty fast. Knowing the play, like understanding the play right before they call hike. You just got to get set so you won't be out of the spot when they call hike.
Jordan, you guys got creased a couple of times in the run game last week. Just what goes into cleaning that up this week, and what are some things y'all are focusing on?
Being more physical, playing fast. Everybody know their keys. I feel like we had a couple of misinterpretations of some plays, but I feel like we corrected that this week going into Saturday.
You guys had a big adjustment after halftime at Florida. Your second half was a lot better than the first. Just kind of what went on in the room at halftime, and what has made you guys able to make those changes so effectively in the second half this year?
Yeah, I think when we start the game off, we're trying to get adjusted to how the other team plays. And, when after halftime, we come out and we corrected what we messed up on. And that's something we need to work on, like starting off the game fast and keeping that same mentality the whole game.
Among the seniors on the team, is there a guy who's your favorite amongst that group? I would imagine there's probably some debate between potential candidates.
Seniors? Yeah. I love all my seniors, but the ones I probably hang out with the most is probably Zach Pickens or Cam. So,
with Zach and Cam in particular, what have you seen from those guys? What's it been like being around them the last 3 years, I guess, that y'all have been teammates?
Yeah, they're pretty funny. They're funny outside of football. When football time comes, they're all serious, locked in, and they're just great teammates to have around.
Hey, how much of a game changer has it been for you guys to see, Williams-Brice sold out, almost every game this season?
Yeah, it's pretty big. I love that, having the crowd, really loud. That's very good for the defense when we're lining up and offense can't hear. So it also helps us, and it's like a motivation to us.
Jordan, I guess technically it could be your last game in Williams-Brice. I know that's a decision to be made probably later, but I guess when you do make that decision, what kind of goes into that on your end? I guess how do you kind of work through that?
Just seeing how the season finishes out. Just playing it game by game, and having a talk and seeing what I want to do.
Jordan, obviously, you talked about the offense a little bit earlier. Hendon Hooker specifically, I know you played against him last year. Just what about his game sticks out to you?
His reads, how he can drop back and then tuck it and run. So, being mindful of that when we're game planning. And he's pretty fast too, so, trying to catch up to him and just, keep him contained.
Jordan, Zach was in here talking about trying to create some negative plays and get this Tennessee offense maybe off schedule. How easy is that to do, and what do you guys have to do to maybe slow this really explosive offense down?
Block in and, know what you got to do. Know your play. If everybody's in the right gap, they're doing the right thing, then I feel like we can get that accomplished.
Jordan, Zach was talking about some of that tempo too in terms of what Tennessee does and how quickly they line up and snap the ball. I guess how much can you simulate that in practice? I guess what's that been like to try and get lined up on your guys' end and trying to prepare for as quick as they do go offensively?
Yeah, I won't say that, but we're just having the offense just go quickly. We don't really huddle up much, but just looking to the sideline, hurrying up and getting the play call.